Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to film for you guys a yard sale haul, and this is a special yard sale haul because it is a collaboration with my friend Rachel here on YouTube from Sweet and Simple Home. We are going to be each sharing a yard sale haul with you guys. So make sure after my video you go over and check out her video, and if you are coming from Rachel's channel, welcome. I am Erin, and we both like to yard sale in the summer, so we thought it would be fun to collaborate with each other and share with you guys what we found. So I've been sort of collecting some things and keeping them aside for this special yard sale haul. I've already shared with you guys one yard sale haul this summer, and I've been a number of times. This is just sort of a collection of, I'd say, maybe 2 or 3 weeks worth of stuff. So let me just hop right in because there is quite a bit, and yeah, let's just hop to it. So I'm gonna try and remember the prices of these things, but if I don't quite remember, at least I'll give you a ballpark. But the first thing I do remember is because I went to this yard sale and all their books were free. So they did have prices on them, and I heard the guy saying to someone that they do have prices because they've tried to sell them in years past, but they've just sort of given up and just want to get rid of them. They were trying to empty their basement. So I'm going to share with you guys really quickly the books that I picked up, and they were all free. So the first book Jude picked up, actually, and it's this little sort of manual type book here called Ontario Snakes. So he thought that was cool and he wanted to pick that up, so he's asked if he could get this, and I said of course. Then I got 2 advertising, old school advertising books. If you don't know, my husband is a graphic designer, and so he basically does this thing in modern day, like on the computer, but this is sort of old school. This one here is called Art in Advertising. I just thought it was really neat. It's black and white, but there's a lot of good info in there. So I got these mainly for him, just sort of to flip through and you know, have a piece of history of the job that he does. So that one there. And then this one here, it's kind of falling apart, but it's called Advanced Animation. And I thought this one was really neat. Basically, it just goes through how to draw different animations and how, like, their movement and stuff like that. I thought that was really neat. So yeah, pick that up. They were free. Then they had a whole bin of Disney books, kids Disney books, and I just sort of picked and chose which ones I wanted. So I got Dumbo, the Aristocats, that's Miriam's favorite movie there, so that one, Pinocchio, this one's Alice in Wonderland. Actually, it's a double book, so it's Alice in Wonderland on one side and Peter Pan on the other. And then there's this Peter Pan here, and Captain Hook, 101 Dalmatians, a classic, and then Robin Hood and the Great Coach Robbery. So got those ones there, and then I looked through their sort of hardcover, you know, vintagey books, and I got this one here mainly because of the color. It's The Mystery of the Tolling Bell, so there's that one there. And then this one here is Judy Garland and the Hoodoo Costume. So I don't know, I thought that was really neat, and I like the color of it. I don't have many blue books, and has a nice little illustration there. And this book is from 1945, printed in the USA. So I thought that was neat, so I was happy to get that one for free. Then also at that sale, these things weren't free, so I paid up for them. They were 10 cents a piece. So I got 2 stamps. These stamps here from Star Trek, The Next Generation. So this one is a Quark, and then this one here is a Kardashian. So I thought those were kind of cool, and I picked those up there. And the last thing I picked up for 10 cents was this adorable looking elf. I read up on him after leaving the sale, and he originally came in a set of 3. And so this little vintage guy, he has Macaw written on the bottom, M-A-C-A-U, and I looked that guy up, and yeah, he's a vintage little Christmas ornament. So I thought that was cool, only 10 cents, and I just thought he was adorable. Then another sale I went to on that same day, it was a big community sale, and this woman was an old teacher, or a former teacher, I should say, and I just picked up a couple things. She had lots of classroom stuff, but I picked up these. I thought this was super cool. They were 50 cents, and they are Know Your Trees flashcards, And so there's a whole bunch of flashcards in here, like a big stack. And they're just flashcards with a whole bunch of different trees. And I thought that was super cool. So I don't know how I will use these in some type of, you know, craft or art or I don't know what, but I don't know, just like sitting around in things depending on the season. I'm not sure, but anyway, I thought that was super cool. There was a ton of them. And I don't know their history or anything like that. Does it have a date on it? No, they're from Rand McNally. So anyway, there's no date, but I just thought that was so cool. Next, I picked up this Humpty Dumpty's book of poems, and just a whole bunch of little poems in there. I thought I could display. Also, you know, seasonally open this up, and you know, there's some fall leaves in there and stuff like that. So I just thought this was really neat. This sweet little girl with the flowers. I don't know. I love vintage things, and especially, you know, vintage books with illustrations. So got that there. And then also, speaking of vintage, I'm not sure how old these are, and I just missed Easter, but I thought these were super cute. She had them in a big pile of things to do sort of like boards in her room. So like in her classroom. So anyway, I picked out this one here. It's a little rabbit with a little duck in there pushing a little cart there. So I thought that was really cool. And then these two little ducks coming out of eggs there. I thought that was super cute. So anyway, she didn't charge me for these at all. She's like, you really want those? I'm like, yeah. She goes, oh, I'll just throw those in. So I got those ones for free. And then the last thing I found at that sale was this Masters of the Universe coloring book. I didn't think there was any coloring in there, but it looks like there is one page that was colored. Where did it go? I thought I saw color. Yeah, there. But other than that, it hasn't been drawn in at all or colored in. And this is sort of my history here, Masters of the Universe. And I thought that was really cool. So picked that up. At that sale, I ended up spending probably around $2, I think, for all that stuff. I realize this is going to be a super long haul, so I apologize, but I think there are some of you who like to watch long hauls. So that is that. So this next one I found at the game of Bananagrams, and then these 4 books here, Pinocchio again, Lion King, No Worries, and then this one's called The Color Kittens, and then Thumbelina. So I was really happy to find Thumbelina because as a little girl, my dad used to buy me a different version of Thumbelina for like birthdays and Christmases and stuff for, I don't know, a good few years of my life at least. So I was happy to find Thumbelina there. So these together came to $3. These were $2, and then 4 for $1 for the books. Then I shared this little haul on Instagram already, but I'll share it again with you here. It's 4 items. I went to this guy's sale last year. Basically, he just opens up his house, and he's a bit of a collector, or a lot of a collector. So basically, the main living room of his house is just filled with old vintage things, a lot of artwork and stuff like that. So his prices aren't that cheap, so I ended up spending $8 there. But I think I got a good deal anyhow. So the first thing that I found was this jadeite saucer. So it is Fire King, and I don't know, I remember saying in a previous yard sale haul that I wasn't sure if I was going to start collecting jadeite or anything like that, because I find it very hard to find in my area, but I was able to find this little saucer, so I picked that up there. And then I picked up this beautiful piece of pottery. It's like a vase or vase, whatever you want to call it. And I just like the painting on there. I thought it was really nice, so got that one. Then I picked up this little milk glass. I think it's from Federal. Yeah, Federal piece of milk glass. It's just a little mug, so got that one there. And then, like I said, he's got a lot of artwork in his apartment. So I think that he is a artist. So anyway, I found this paintbrush here, and it's got a ton of texture there. I thought that was really neat, and just like leftover paint and stuff. So there's like, you know, history in this paintbrush. So I picked that up there, and for all 4 of those items, I spent $8. Next, I found 2 items at another sale. I got this candelabra here. I thought it was super cool. Pretty vintage, mid-century there with the look. I thought that was cool. And there's no marking or anything on it, but I paid $1 for this. And then I also found this Rook card game. So I used to go to a summer camp growing up, and we used to play Rook all the time when we were there. Or I didn't, I guess, but maybe the counselors did. But then at a family camp as I was older, I learned to play and it was fun. So anyway, it's got the instruction booklet here and then all the cards. And she asked 25 cents for this, and I thought that was a great deal. This one here is from, let's see, 1963. So I thought that was pretty neat. And I don't know, it just brought back all these memories, so I was happy to find that one there. And then lastly, on that same day, I went to a youth community center was having their garage sale, and everything was by donation. So I got a ton of stuff. I didn't know how much to donate, but I donated, I think, $5 or something like that. All the change that I had on me, I gave. So this is what I found there. I found this National Geographic, you know, photograph book. I thought it was really cool, like all these different photos from National Geographic. It's called In Focus, and National Geographic Greatest Portraits. So I thought that was kind of neat, so I was happy to find that. And then I found this book here, because both kids are learning French in school. Que veux-tu? It is a little book here for you know, learning French and stuff like that. I thought the illustrations were really great, and so like really simple and really sort of vintagey looking. Anyway, so I was happy to find that there. So that was included in the by donation price of $10. Then the kids found these. So we picked them up. They're just rainbow colored suspenders, because, you know, everybody needs a pair of rainbow colored suspenders. And then the last two things were these beautiful pieces of art, and I'm very happy I found them to go up on my art wall here. It's this one here. The artist is Linnell, and it's like, you know, not a print, it's an actual art piece there with some relief, and it looks like oil painting, I believe. And anyway, so the artist is Linnell, and it says on the back, this is, oh, here we are. This is a genuine oil painting painted by hand. The artist's name is E. Linnell, and it says Art Associates, New York City. So there's that one there, and then there is this one here. So I don't know, I thought that was really cool, and I thought I got a good deal on it of $10 for the price of these. Then I went to another sale that was by donation, and I gave, I think, $2 or $3 for all these things. So I got this rainbow mug. I used to have a rainbow mug like this that I thrifted probably while I was in junior high or maybe high school, but anyway, along my travels it disappeared. So I was happy to find this one here again. It just says made in Korea 1984, so got that there. And then I got this little brass piece here. I have a matching one, or not a matching, but it's part of a set, I believe, and so I have another one of these, so pick that up there. And then this just also a brass piece. It's a candle holder, and I just really liked that there. I have one very similar that has a handle, so I was able to pick that up, and I think $2 or $3 for these pieces there. And then the second to last sale, I just picked up a couple things. I found this piece here. It's not old by any means, like it's got a little, the little scanner there on the bottom, and so I picked that up for 50 cents. And then Jude picked this up. He really loves the Beatles, and so as a result he really likes anything sort of British or from the UK, so we picked that up. London. And then also I found at that sale this record. We have a record player, and I love to play records for the kids and for myself, and so I found this Walt Disney Presents I Love Parade. And it's got, you know, all these characters on there, and it's got a great little soundtrack. So I love finding that there, and I can't really remember how much I paid for all that stuff, but I want to say maybe, I don't know, $1 or $2 for all these things. I remember it being like a really good deal. So got that stuff there. Then last weekend I went to 2 sales. Actually 3 sales. One was like in a community again. It was 2 sales right across the street from each other. So I just found a couple things. And then the next sale I went to was actually called The Big Give. And what it is 2 churches put it on, and they just have a whole bunch of yard sale type stuff. And it's all free. So you can come and sort of take what you want. So I did a little bit of that. And but I did pay for this stuff right here. The first thing I found was this dad mug. I thought this was super cool. We're gonna gift it to Dave for Father's Day. And it just says here on the bottom, made in England, kiln craft tableware, and it says dishwasher safe, Staffordshire Potteries Limited. So anyway, found that for Dave, and I think he'll get a kick out of that. He's not really a coffee drinker, but he does like hot chocolate, so I think this will be his hot chocolate mug. And then these 2 pieces here aren't vintage at all. You can even see like the little Marshall sticker here, or HomeSense or whatever. But these were 75 cents a piece, and I just thought those were really cool. I thought maybe I could put them outside. I'm not really sure, they might rust. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see if I can put them in somewhere covered. I will do that, but they were 75 cents a piece, and I thought they were pretty neat. And then finally, this is the free sale. I could have gone crazy, but I tried not to. And both kids picked out some things, and then I picked out some things as well. So Miriam picked out these little cups here. They're from Tupperware, and they're teeny tiny. And she picked them out for her little dollies. They're like little mugs. I don't know, I think they're super cute. So those were free. There are 4 of them. 2 of these sort of avocado green, a yellow, and a brown. So these make me think they're from like, I don't know, the 70s or something, just because of their coloring. And then there's this little cup here. And there was a little bowl, but I can't quite find it. So these were free. These are for Miriam's dolls. Then Jude picked out this giraffe. It is a Schleich giraffe, and it was free. And it's a good size because we have a taller one. So this is a good size to be sort of like maybe a baby giraffe or teenager giraffe, they were calling it, because it's not that small, but it's smaller than the one we have. So that one there. I just picked up this little card here. I have a thing for sort of vintage little cards here, and this one's just a thank you card. It's got a cute little illustration of a girl on there, so pick that up there. And then I got these recipe cards. They were new in the package. I thought it was kind of neat. They're from Fallsgraph, and I don't know, I just thought that was kind of neat. So I picked those ones up there, still in the package, and they were free. And then I picked up this mug. I went back and forth, like, should I pick it up? I don't really have a use for it because I have so many mugs. But the design on it was super cool. It's not marked or anything on the bottom, but I know, I couldn't resist it. I picked it up because it was free. And then this was actually a useful item. I have a couple new plants on my porch. If you haven't seen the tour, I will link it for you guys. But on my porch that need a little thing like this for, you know, when I water them, the drainage doesn't go onto the shelf. So just picked up this, it was free, and there you have it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this super long haul. Sorry, Rachel, mine ended up being really long. I wanted to sort of set things aside to make this a pretty great haul, but I didn't realize how many things I actually set aside. So anyway, if you haven't gone to see Rachel's video, go over and check it out. Show her some love, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already to her. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.